Well, despite a Game 1 loss last night to the Walla Walla Sweets, you know what? We could still use the hashtag that's going around the Portland Pickles Twitter page over the last week. The Picks are hot. They have won 10 of their last 12 games as they look to bounce back here in Game 2 of this 3-game series against the Sweets. We welcome you once again high above Walker Stadium, everyone. Ben Creighton on hand for another night of Pickles baseball as we get right to the starting lineups. First for the Walla Walla Sweets, who come in at 10 and 15 on the season. Paul Myro IV, the shortstop. The Oregon State Beaver will be leading it off for Walla Walla. Parker Price, the second baseman, will be in the 2 spot. Colin Wetterow, the first baseman, right now 11th in batting average in the West Coast League. The top hitter for the Sweet squad, hitting .319, will be hitting third. Eli Payton, the third baseman, in the cleanup spot. Justin Foles, the right fielder, hitting 5th. Nico Corey, the left fielder, hitting 6th. Seth Ryberg, the center fielder, in the 7th spot. William Grimm, the designated hitter, will be hitting 8th. And then Quentin Ayers, the catcher, will be rounding out the lineup for the Sweets tonight. And getting the start on the hill tonight for the Pickles will be Alex Giroux, coming in with a record of 2-0, making his 6th start of the summer. 21 strikeouts, a 2.25 ERA. Right now 4th in the West Coast League in ERA. Again, last night the Walla Walla Sweets took Game 1 in a 2-1 pitcher's duel. The Pickles threatened in the bottom of the 9th. They scored their first run in the bottom half of that final inning thanks to an RBI double off the bat of Eamon Lance. But that's all the Pickles were able to get after getting close and getting the tying run on third with 2 down. And again, the Pickles looking to bounce back here in Game 2 as they look to even it up and force it to a rubber match tomorrow night. Alex Giroux from the windup, ready to roll. First pitch on the way. Left side, through the hole into left field. 1 pitch and a leadoff single for Paul Myro IV. And a solid start at the dish for Paul Myro after going 0 for 5 last night, including a trio of strikeouts. Here's Parker Price, the second baseman. And looking at the defensive assignments tonight for the Pickles, Ole Arnson at first base, Kyle Dernetti, another Oregon State Beaver at second base, Jacob Jablonski at short, Leo Mosby, the defending West Coast League Player of the Week, at the hot corner as Giroux, first pitch outside for a ball. Matt Jew in left field, Gabe Ariano in center, Gabe Scoro in right field with Max Shore catching behind the dish. Leadoff man on here for the Sweets, here in the top of the first, looking to strike early. As Giroux will just lob it over to first base. Just trying to keep Myro IV honest. A lot of goose eggs on the scoreboard last night as expected in a 2-1 ball game. The first runs of the game weren't scored until the top of the 7th when Walla Walla scored both of their runs in that top half of the inning. Parker Price last night 1 for 3 with a walk. Two 2-0 from Giroux. Hit and run over to short. Jablonski has to just go to first with it. Ole Arnson applies the tag for the first out. So the hit and run works well for the Sweets as they get Myro IV over to second and into scoring position here in the top of the first. And now I'll bring up Colin Wetterow. Wetterow last night 1 for 4. Again, hitting .319 on the summer so far, leading the Sweets ball club. First offering fouled off. Wetterow, along with his teammate from St. John's, Chris Conniff, tied for the team. 0-1 to Wetero. Off speed, finds the zone. 1-1. 0-2, I should say.
Fifth meeting of the season between these ball clubs. Portland currently in 3-1. 17th meeting all time between these two ball clubs. 9-7. Portland leads the all-time series. Sweet snapped a 5-game losing streak against the Pickles last night. 0-2.
Wetero slaps the 0-2 foul to stay alive. And again, this Pickles squad absolutely rolling. I mentioned a second ago they've won 10 of their last 12 West Coast League games. Overall, if you include non-league games, they have won 15 of their last 17. 0-2 all over again. Wetero this time lifts it into shallow center field. Coming in is Gabe Ariano and makes the catch for the second out. Two down now for Eli Payton. Eli Payton 0 for 2 last night with a pair of walks. California native from the University of California, Los Angeles. Digs in, outfield and infield, shifting a bit to the left. 256 so far this season for Payton. Breaking pitch, outside for a ball. John Poland is behind the plate tonight. Chad Little on the base pass, umpires flip-flop from last night. 1-0 is the count. Minor the fourth at second base, 2 outs, no score. Top of the first. Payton at the plate for the Sweets. Here's the 1-0. Goes chasing at one upstairs. 1-1 now to Eli Payton. Again, Paul Myro III led off this ball game with a single, got on second, and a hit and run. Sweets trying to capitalize here in the top of the first. 1-1. Dernetti in time for the final out. So despite a leadoff single, Alex Giroux retires the side. Pickles coming to the plate for the first time tonight on the other side.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym BE-FAST. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. BE-FAST. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/BeFast.
Another beautiful night for baseball here at Walker Stadium. The berms, as always, packed, and especially tonight with it being Wednesday. It's another Woof Wednesday here at the ballpark. A lot of four-legged friends here at the ballpark tonight. As we take a look at the lineup tonight for the Portland Pickles, Kyle Dernetti will be leading off at second base. Gabe Scoro, the Portland Pilot, out in right field, will be hitting second. Matt Jew hitting third in left field. Ryan Gardino in the fourth spot. Leo Mosby right now fifth in the West Coast League and batting average, hitting .344, will be in the 5 spot. Jacob Jablonski hitting 6th. Max Shore at 7. Ole Arnson will be hitting 8th. And then Gabe Ariano will be hitting ninth for the Portland Pickles. And getting the start, up on the bump for Walla Walla tonight, Travis Craven, the future USC Trojan, tied for second in the West Coast League for wins, looking for win number 4 this summer as he delivers a first pitch strike. 3.77 ERA, and like I mentioned, tied for second in the West Coast League for wins with 3, and it is just a log jam at second. 4 other pitchers are tied with Craven. 1-1 to Dernetti, off the end of the bat foul. And especially tonight, it seems like that right field berm is especially packed tonight here for game 2 of this series. 1-2 to Dernetti. That one upstairs for a ball, 2-2.
Second appearance of the summer for Craven against the Pickles, pitched in relief against Portland on July 10th. 1 1/3 innings out of the bullpen. 1 strikeout, no hits, no walks, no runs.
Dernetti gives this one a ride in the left, but foul.
But drifts foul, and the count stays split at 2-2. Kyle Dernetti, rising sophomore at Oregon State, 5 for 32 entering this game, 9 runs scored, 2 doubles, 3 RBIs, hitting 156. 0 for 5 this year in 2 games against the Sweets.
2-2 again. Dernetti this time slices it opposite way, but right into the glove of Justin Foles. 1 down. Looked like Dernetti was going to get a lead-off single, but Justin Foles able to track it down. So 1 down for the Pickles as we look at the rest of the defensive lineups for the Walla Walla Sweets tonight. Seth Ryberg in center field, Nico Corey in left. You just saw Justin Foles out in right field. Eli Payton at third base. First pitch, a strike to Gabe Scoro. Paul Myro the fourth at short. Parker Price at second. Colin Wetterow at first base. Quentin Ayers behind the dish, I should say. 1-1. Scoro right now hitting 170 so far this summer.
Ground ball pitcher. Does his defense do the work behind it? 1-1 the count, nobody on base. 1 out, 1-1 pitch, fastball.
8 hits so far for Gabe Scoro as he takes a ball, 2-1.
Gabe Scoro, Portland, Oregon native, goes to the University of Portland. 15th game with the Pickles so far this summer. 1 for 3 in his last game. Digs back in from the right
outside, 3-1.
Outside, 3-1 is the count. 170 hitter, entering tonight's
Again, a fan favorite for years here at Walker Stadium. His 4th summer donning a Pickles uniform. Here's the 3-1. Scoro, opposite way. That one also slicing, and that's going to drop for a base hit. So Gabe Scoro on base with 1 down as I'll bring up Matt Jew. Jew right now 1 of 4 Pickles hitting above 300, hitting .303 right now with 20 hits, 11 RBIs. First pitch in the dirt. Scoro is going to trot back to first base.
That average up over 300 throughout most of, not all of the season. 11 RBIs, 11 walks, 2 homers. 1-0 pitch.
2-0.
1 away, 2-0 is the count. Doubled and later scored in the 9th inning last night. The only run the Pickles got in that bottom of the 9th. 2-0 pitch. Lines went straight back foul.
Straight back foul by Matt Jew, 2-1. And again, we mentioned it throughout the last couple of weeks, the impact that Santa Clara Broncos have had on this squad. Out of those 4 players who are above 300 this season, 2 of them come from Santa Clara, Matt Jew as well as his teammate Connor Hendricks. Scoro safe at second. Craven threw over to first, but Scoro was heading off on the first move and was able to swipe second. And now, just like the Sweets in the top half of the inning, the Pickles with a runner in scoring position with 1 down. Jew, comebacker up the middle. That will get into center field, as Gabe Scoro is going to get held up at third. And the Pickles with runners on the corners early on with 1 down. And with 2 Pickles on, here comes Ryan Gardino. Gardino hitting just under 300 this season at 297 with 19 hits. And along with Matt Jew, also with 11 ribbies. Looking to get 12 here to put the Pickles up early on. First offering to him. That one outside for a ball, 1-0. Two and 0. Once again outside.
Just 8 hits in the ballgame last night between these 2 teams. 3 for Walla Walla, 5 for the Pickles. Craven will look to first now to 2-0.
3 and 0.
Inside 3-0. Rare 3-0 count here for Travis Craven, who leads the Walla Walla Sweets in best first pitch strike percentage this year. Also has the fewest walks per 9 innings of any pitcher on the Sweets, and is top 3 in the WCL in that department. 3-0.
And a 4-pitch walk. Gardino is on. And here in the bottom of the first, the Pickles have the bases juiced. And that will bring up the defending West Coast League Player of the Week in Leo Mosby. Again, a well-deserved award for Mosby after walking it off not just once, but twice in the Pickles series last week, I should say, against the Cowlitz Black Bears. First offering, check swing, and he went around according to John Poland. Poland, by the way, now behind the plate tonight with Chad Little out in the infield. 344 average for Leo Mosby, who leads the Pickles in RBIs with 18. Mosby into center, and that's going to drop. He's going to add on to that team high total. Gabe Scoro scores, and the Pickles quickly out to a 1-0 lead on the RBI single off the bat of Leo Mosby. And still with the bases loaded, here's Jacob Jablonski. .214 for Jacob Jablonski this summer. 1 down. .1-0, Jablonski. That one burns the outer half. Jablonski out in front of that one, 1-2. Jablonski, chopper, steps on the bag. Payton out there, and they turn the double play. Eli Payton with a big defensive play to limit the damage. But the Pickles on the board for the first time tonight. 1-0 as we head to the second.
Where'd you get that shirt? Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles. Portland Pickles? Where can I get that? I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch stand at the games. What kind of stuff do they sell there? Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers. That's sick. I'm gonna have to pick some up. Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Reykjavik vodka.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
Pickles quickly on the board, 1-0 as we head to the top of the second, thanks to a RBI single from Leo Mosby, as Justin Foles is going to lead it off here for Walla Walla. .250 hitter this season so far for Justin Foles. 21 hits early on. Giroux gets a first pitch strike right there.
Pickles getting on the board first in this one. They didn't score until the bottom of the ninth of last night's game, but wasting no time today. One run on 3 hits in the bottom of the first to take a 1-0 lead.
That one inside as Foles has to get out of the way of that one. 1-1.
Sweets got a base hit from Paul Meyer the fourth to start the top of the first, but left him stranded at second. 1-1 pitch.
1-2 as Foles pops one up down the left side.
1-2 now the count to Justin Foles, who got the scoring started. The rally started in the top of the seventh for the Sweets in yesterday's game. Double to left center field. Later scored the first run of the ball game in that seventh inning on a ground ball second by Will Grimm.
1-2 from Giroux.
Fastball is upstairs. I level 2-2. Foles, Corey Ryberg due up.
Foles with a double last night in the seventh where the Sweets scored both of their runs. Outside of that, a strikeout, a pop-up, and a fly-out.
Fastball away, 3-2. Foles picked up his fourth double of the year. Was batting right-handed in that one against the lefty Baytosh. Now stands in from the left side.
Payoff from Giroux. Swing and a miss. And Giroux gets his first K of the night. 22 strikeouts on the season for Giroux. Now bring up the left fielder, Nico Corey. Corey 0 for 4 last night in game 1. Off speed, catches the outside, 0-1. You see the free Mags t-shirts that you can buy as that one is hit into center. Gabe Ariano underneath it for out number 2. Again, Mag serving the second game of a suspension tonight. He'll be back tomorrow night for Game 3. Tonight, Jim Hoppel serving as the acting manager. Seth Ryberg, the center fielder, coming on. Also, 0 for 4 last night. That one right to Ole Arnson. Makes the squeeze. Quick 1-2-3 half for Alex Drew and the Pickles. Bottom 2 we go, with Portland up 1-0.
Where'd you get that shirt? Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles. Portland Pickles? Where can I get that? I got mine online. Some people also get that at the merch tent at the games. What kind of stuff do they sell there? Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers. That's sick. I'm gonna have to pick some up. Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
Pickles looking on with an early 1-0 lead over Walla Walla. As for the first time tonight, we take a look at the other action going on in the West Coast League. The Wenatchee Apple Sox out to a 4-0 lead over the Bellingham Bells in the bottom of the 4th. And up in Ridgefield, the Raptors ahead 3-0 on Port Angeles in the top of the 4th. As Max Shore will get things going here for Portland in the bottom of the 2nd. That one low for a ball from Travis Craven.
Travis Craven going to USC this fall will be his first dose of Division I baseball.
That one absolutely belted into left. Hard to see, but it looks like in left field, Nico Corey makes the catch for the first out. Good contact there from Max Shore, but just a little short. Now bring up Ole Arnson.
Travis Craven going to USC after playing 3 seasons for Division III Whitman College in Walla Walla.
Arnson hitting 207 as he takes ball 1 outside.
Due to the 2020 season being shut down to COVID-19, Craven did not have to use a year of eligibility.
Arnson coming off a fantastic college season out at SIU Edwardsville. 321 average, which was second on that team. He's also second in slugging percentage at .591.
1 more year of eligibility, was accepted into the biokinesiology program at USC.
1-1.
1-1 pitch, fastball runs up and away 2-1. After 3 years of Division III, certainly be a big adjustment playing for a Division I school, but he's always wanted to play for USC, being in the strong Goleta, California. 2-1. Arnson
2-2 now.
right side, 2-2 is the count. Said he's looking forward to the challenge that it will present playing at USC. He's had a lot of fun at Whitman, has learned a lot, and made a lot of great memories on the baseball field over the last 3 seasons in Walla Walla. Has cherished his time in the city, playing for both Whitman and the Sweets. Is looking forward to taking all that he's learned into USC.
Arnson over to short. Myro the 4th over to first in time for out number 2. And now we go to the bottom of the Pickles order and Gabe Ariano. 194 for Ariano this season with 7 hits. 4 RBIs for Ariano.
Gabriel Ariano digs in from the right side. Center fielder takes a strike.
Shows bunt.
Pulls it back, but it's
And a strike, 0-1.
the home plate umpire, John Pullen. Ariano, like Arnson, making his first start of the series. Pinch ran once in the series in Walla Walla. 0-1 pitch fastball runs outside from Craven. 1-1 is the count. Nobody on, 2 outs. Bottom of the second inning. 1-0 Pickles. Ariano takes another fastball in the dirt and away. Gets past the catcher Ayers briefly. 2-1 is now the count. Ariano from Cal State Chico, rising junior. In his 17th game of the year, 7 for 36 at the plate, 194.
2-1 to Ariano. And now 3-1.
Hey, Walker Stadium, if you want your dog in the dog parade for Wolf Wednesday, meet at the visitors' dugout.
18 strikes, 18 out of the
Top
zone.
of the third inning, we're going to do it.
3 hits in the ballgame so far from Portland, coming in that bottom of the first inning. On 3 singles to score 1 run.
Ariano.
3-1 pitch.
This one skied into center. As Ryberg doesn't have to move a whole lot to make the grab as we head to the third. 1-0 Pickles.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym B FAST. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/BeFast.
William Grimm will lead it off here for the Walla Walla Sweets. A 1-0 Pickles lead. First pitch from Alex Giroux. First pitch strike.
First pitch strike on the fastball from Alex Giroux. It's 0-1. Will Grimm, Quentin Ayers.
Grimm last night came in the top of the fifth.
Works from the windup. 0-1 pitch.
That one absolutely ripped foul into the berm.
0-2.
Grimm scored one of the 2 runs last night for the Walla Walla Sweets in that top of the 7th. Also popped out and struck out looking.
After a lefty, Bradley McVeigh started the game.
0-2 from Giroux.
0-2. Fastball runs outside.
Outside, 1-2.
Grimm, a 4-year starter at Crescenta High School before making his way to Loyola Marymount, was 3-0 with 24 consecutive scoreless innings for his 2020 high school season was shut down. 1-2.
Goes chasing at the high cheese. Strikeout number 2 for Alex Giroux.
Giroux sets down his second batter of the night, the other Justin Fuller, to start off the second inning. There's nobody on the base here with 1 out, top of the third.
And here comes the catcher, Quentin Ayers.
The number 9 hitter from Northwest Nazarene University, Quentin Ayers, digs in from the right side.
Ayers getting the start tonight, his first start of the series. Breaking ball, burns the inside, 0-1.
Quentin Ayers' 10th start of the year, 6th behind the plate. 0-1 pitch, slapped foul left
Fouled
side,
off,
2.
again, quickly 0-2.
Has scored a run in each of his last 4 games, has walked 4 times during that span as well, seeing the ball very well at the plate. Upping his on-base percentage almost 100 points in the process. Spokane, Washington native stands in. Giroux wants another sign. He's got it.
Giroux with another 0-2 count. Here it comes. This time ripped to short, out of the reach of Jacob Jablonski, and gets into center field for a base hit.
Good poke there by Quinn Ayers. Now he's 2 hits on the year against the Pickles. A single in each of his last 2 games.
And now we go back to the top of the Walla Walla order, and Paul Myro the fourth.
1-0. Pickles lead the Swedes top of the 3rd inning. And up comes Paul Myro the fourth as the only other hit here in the ballgame.
We're just forgetting about it.
Myro the fourth set the first pitch of the ballgame on a line into left field for a base hit in his last plate appearance. His first hit of the series, 1 for 6 thus far. They're going 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts last night. First pitch to him.
Myro in the dirt. Good block there by Max Shore.
Myro the fourth back at shortstop once again tonight. His favorite position to play, he says. It's his 10th start at short so far this year. Has also played second and third. Ayers at first, a good lead, held by Arntzen. Giroux works from the first base side of the rubber, taking his time, stretches into the 1-0 pitch. Fastball.
That one on the outside edge. 1-1.
Myro the fourth says he likes being the defensive captain of the team over at short. A good vocal leader for this ball club. Runner at first, 1 out. Middle infield and double play F. Giroux throws.
Giroux a throw over to first to check on Quentin Ayers.
Ayers has not stolen a base. He's yet to attempt stealing a base so far this year. Swedes have stolen 21 bases as a team. Giroux, the University of Washington Husky, stares in to the side. Now
Another throw over.
again to first, and Ayers is back with a dive once more. Myro Schwartz stranded at second base in that top of the first inning after his last plate appearance. 15 hits on the year thus far. Slightly open stance from the right side. Watch the slide
As that
roll.
one gets past Max Shore this time.
To the backstop, Ayers to second.
Ayers moves up 90 feet. And once again, a Swede in scoring position.
Paul Myro the fourth gets ready to stand back in. Las Vegas, Nevada native by way of Palo Verde High School. Orange and gray batting gloves from Oregon State University. Running back. 5'8" infielder digs in, ready to go. Rising sophomore with the Beavers.
7 RBIs this season for Myro.
Second man in scoring position.
Looking for number 8 here in the top of the 3rd. Up the middle. And that one in and out of the glove of Kyle Dernetti. So Paul Myro, current Beaver, hits it to another current Beaver and Kyle Dernetti. And Myro gets on. 2 on for Walla Walla here with 1 down in the 3rd.
Multi-hit game of the season. They're running first and second now with 1 out. Top of the 3rd inning. Pickles 1, Sweets 0, and Parker Price steps into the plate for Walla Walla. Chance here for Walla Walla to tie this ball game or perhaps take the lead. Parker Price doubled yesterday to right center field. It was the first hit of the ball game, 1 of 3 hits for the Sweets. It was actually their fewest hits they. First and second, 1 out. Price ready. First pitch from the stretch.
Big hack right there from Parker Price.
By him in the upstairs part of the plate, 0-1. Parker Price, 1 more year of eligibility remaining at NCAA Division II Northwest Nazarene. Served as a first base coach for NNU this past spring after suffering a knee injury that kept him out of the team's lineup. And stands in, calls time.
And Price will call time.
Out of the batter's box and adjusts
Ground out to shortstop back in the 1st.
outside of that right-handed box, stands back in. Red and white batting gloves from Northwest Nazarene. Black bat. Bat now resting slightly above his right shoulder. Straight stance. Slight bend at the knees. Giroux, the tall right-hander, takes a look.
Giroux comes home. Fouled off. 0-2.
Foul off the net. Back down into the infield. It's 0-2. Going back to Bryce here with Northwest Nazarene. Competed on NNU teams that reached the postseason in 2018 and 2019. But served as a first base coach this past spring. Due to that knee injury, says he wanted to help out in any way that he could. Was very hard not to.
That one upstairs. 1 and 2.
First and second, one out. Top of the third inning. Pickles 1, Sweets nothing. Both teams with 3 hits now in the ball game here in this third inning after they combined for just 8 hits in the game in total last night.
1-2 to Price. That one into right. This is going to be a tough play for Gabe Scoro. Lots of ground to cover, but able to make the grab. So that's going to be deep enough for Quentin Ayers to tag up from second, and he'll move up to third base with 2 down.
Runners at the corners with 2 outs now, and he won tonight in Bengals ball game. And that brings up Colin Wetterall, who looks to extend his hit streak to 17.
And here comes the best hitter on the Walla Walla Sweets lineup in Colin Wetterall.
16-game hit streak, 18-game on-base streak for Wetterall, the third longest hit streak in Walla Walla Sweets history. Stands in from the left side, Medford, New Jersey, native by way of St. John's. Has played
9 RBIs
base, and his DH so
for
far
Colin Wetterall.
He flew out to shallow left center field his first time around in the first inning. Has a chance to get in the double digits RBI-wise here. First pitch. Ground
Up
ball,
the middle,
back up
Jablonski
Jablonski
just steps on the bag, and the Walla Walla Sweets threaten, but the Pickles once again get out of it and keep a 1-0 lead as we head to the bottom half of the third.
2 men left on base here for
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym Be Fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/BeFast.
Like I said before, of course, it's Woof Wednesday here at Walker Stadium. Always one of the most popular nights for baseball fans to bring their 4-leg friends. Looking out there, I already saw a golden retriever. I'm trying to see what else we got out here. Saw a black lab. I think there's a Great Pyrenees out there as well. Another golden retriever sighting. And right now, the second golden retriever that I'm seeing, I don't think he wants to leave the play field. We might have Air Bud reincarnated out here tonight.
So far, no runs or errors, so that's good.
Obviously, if you're a dog lover like myself, you got to enjoy what you're seeing out here. No question about that.
Oh, they're still coming out. Lupe! Lupe's here. We love Lupe. Oh, man. We're still
And you talk about a lot of dogs in attendance tonight.
This might be the biggest dog parade we've ever
I think I said it about a week ago when the Pickles were taking on the Cowlitz Black Bears. That was the biggest dog parade ever. I think this just shattered that record tonight. We still have dogs coming onto the field. My goodness, we have a lot of dogs tonight. Look at this. And a lot of the doggos are probably going to have to pick up the pace here, as it looks like Travis Craven and the Sweets are ready to roll. As we head to the bottom of the third, the Pickles with a 1-0 lead. The 1 run coming thanks to a RBI single from Leo Mosby back in the bottom of the first. Well, it looks like Travis Craven is going to get one more pitch in, throw down. As we're ready to roll finally here in the bottom of the third. Well, I say that as now they're trying to get all the dogs off the field. So finally, ready to roll here in the bottom of the third. As Kyle Dernetti is going to step into the box for the second time tonight. Flew out to right field in his first AB back in the first. Craven comes home. And a first pitch strike. As I mentioned before, Kyle Dernetti currently playing his college ball down in Corvallis for Mitch Canham. 1-1. Coming off a 2021 campaign where he hit .250 with 2 RBIs, 4 hits, and 16 at-bats for the Beavers. Coming off a fantastic, and that may be an understatement, down south in Tualatin. Was ranked the 5th best prospect in the state of Oregon after finishing as the all-time leader in not only hits, not only RBIs, not only doubles, not only triples, not only walks, but also runs scored. As I said, that's a pretty big high school career down there for the Timberwolves. 2-2. Dernetti off the end of the bat, fouls it off. Second straight summer where Dernetti will be playing for the Pickles. Donned a Pickles uniform last year down in Aurora for the Wild Wild West League. 2-2 all over again. Dernetti off speed, 3-2. And Dernetti goes down hacking. And here's Gabe Scoro, already with a single in this one, and scored the first run of the night for the Pickles. A Portland guy through and through, Gabe Scoro, as I mentioned, his 4th season playing for the Portland Pickles, plays his college ball not too far away from here, I should say, for Jeff Loomis and the University of Portland. Grew up in the Rose City and played across the Willamette River at Lincoln High School.
Stands in from the right side, the 1-1 pitch.
2-1, just misses outside.
Only been able to play 4 consecutive years here in Portland. 2-1.
Scoro, that one's heading to the parking lot.
2-2. Played his high school ball here by Lincoln High School. Had an outstanding 2020 Wild Wild West League season where he hit .543 with a .622 on base percentage and took home the league batting title. Nobody on base, 1 out bottom of the
2-2, 1 down.
2-2 pitch breaking ball.
As Scoro able to lay off that one. And once again, we're at that point of the game early on where the sun is just shining directly into the press box.
3-2.
Scoro off the end of the bat over to short. Myron sidearm over the first. 2 down. Always the time of the game where I'm watching everything through squinted eyes. Here's Matt Jew. Jew also 1 for 1 so far with a single.
That brings up the number 3 hitter, Matt Jew, who had a base hit his last time. Craven starting to find his rhythm a bit on the mound. Fires first.
Another first pitch strike from Travis Craven.
Craven has now retired the last 6 Pickles he's faced after giving up that run in the first inning. 0-1 fastball.
1-1.
From Santa Clara, utility player, primarily in his outfield. Rising senior with the Broncos, takes a 1-1 slider outside, 2-1. Right-handed hitter now has 21 hits on the year and 67 at-bats. And with that last single, It'll extend to 6 streak to 5 games. Nobody on, 2 outs, bottom of the third.
2-1.
Pickles, 2-1 pitch hit high in the
This one in the left, going back to the track is Ryberg, and able to make the snag as he runs into the wall in center field for the third out. Still 1-0 Pickles as we head to the fourth and another speedy start here in game 2.
Where'd you get that shirt? Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles. Portland Pickles? Where can I get that? I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch stand at the games. What kind of stuff do they sell there? Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers. That's sick. I'm gonna have to pick some up. Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Great color vodka.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
Pickles will turn it over to the southpaw coming out of the bullpen here in the top of the fourth, and Jared Villalobos coming into this one with a 2.07 ERA, 23 strikeouts for Jared in 17 1/3 innings of work. As Villalobos will be making his 9th appearance of the summer, as he will face Eli Payton to lead it off here in the fourth, 1-1. Off speed, just misses. That one fouled off, 2-2.
Hit foul straight back near the defense. Again, home plate umpire John Poland. 2-2 is the count. Payton bounced out to second to end the top of the first inning in his first at bat.
And you already saw it early on, but the scouting report on Jared Villalobos, nasty curveball that really falls off the table. You saw it, and you see another example of it there. And Shore will come over and just tag him out. One batter, one strikeout for Jared Villalobos. And I'll bring up Justin Foles. Coming out of Cuesta College, where he had a 3.43 ERA with 26 strikeouts, 21 innings pitched. Finished with a 1-1 record during the college season. Swing and a miss there for Foles. Foles over 1 so far with a strikeout. Ripped up the middle for a base hit. I'll bring up Nico Corey, who also flew out in his first plate appearance.
So far in 2021. 0 for 1 in this ball game with a fly out to straightaway center his last time around.
And a first pitch strike from Villalobos.
Villalobos, one of the many talented arms the Portland Pickles possess in the bullpen. 5'11", 180.
And so far, as we're here in the top of the fourth, just based on the first few innings, it looks like it maybe a little bit of deja vu going back to game one. Last night it was a pitcher's duel again. The first run scored of the entire game didn't come until the top of the seventh when the Swedes put up that 2 spot. And when you talk about this Pickles pitching staff, not really that surprising as that one is lifted in the air into right. Gabe Scoro hauls it in for the second out. As Seth Ryberg will come to the dish. Again, this Pickles pitching staff, one of the best in the West Coast League, second in the league, allowing the second least earned runs this season behind the Cowlitz Black Bears. First pitch, Leo Mosby trying to track it in foul ground for the final out. Bottom of the fourth, Pickles looking to add on to their lead, up 1-0.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym Be Fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/BeFast.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
The 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up for the Pickles here in the bottom of the fourth. Looking to extend this 1-0 lead. Looking to take game 2 of this series and force a rubber match tomorrow night as Ryan Gardino will get things going. Got a free pass to first base on a walk in his first at-bat back in the first. First pitch to the left side and off the glove of Paul Myro IV as Gardino is on via an error. And here comes Leo Mosby. Mosby responsible for the only run scored in this game so far. Had an RBI single back in the first that scored Gabe Scoro. Mosby, kind of like a 70% swing right there, 0-1.
Slider there from Travis Craven. Craven in his fourth inning of work now at 56 pitches, 30 of them have found the zone. 3 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 1 strikeout in 13
Mosby out of UC Santa Barbara. Another throw over by Craven. And it's one of those things that we talked about a lot with Evan Leibel, kind of improving his hitting here this summer after having, I'm sure, not a as desirable freshman campaign at Loyola Marymount. It's the same thing with Leo Mosby. Hit just 167 this past college season, his first one with UC Santa Barbara. And obviously you're seeing the success that he's having here in the summer months here in the Rose City. As I mentioned, 5th in the West Coast League in batting average, hitting .344, 19 RBIs. He got that one back in the first inning and walked it off twice last week in that series against the Cowlitz Black Bears. And you like to see those kinds of stories. I was talking about it on the pregame show last week with Kevin Ron. You know, that's one thing I really like about the West Coast League, as Travis Craven will throw it over for a third time. You have a bunch of these guys who are looking to work on their games, and you have good examples with Leo Mosby and Evan Leibel who have really taken advantage of these summer months and have really gotten better. Another throw over.
Pickles lead over the Swedes here in this bottom of the fourth inning. Temperature's starting to cool a bit, and the sun continues to set here in Portland.
2-1. Opposite way, and Mosby is 2 for 2. Like I mentioned, a tremendous summer season so far here in Portland. 2 for 2 tonight is Leo Mosby. Here comes Jacob Jablonski. As Jablonski in his first at-bat grounded into a double play when Eli Payton stepped on the bag with the bases loaded and then threw it across the diamond. Jablonski shows bunt, lays it down. Craven cages it onto first for the first out, but a beautiful sac bunt laid down there by Jacob Jablonski. One down for Max Shore. A fly out to left in Max Shore's first AB. Incoming freshman, about to play for the San Diego Toreros. Regarded as a top 50 prospect, an incoming freshman in the entire country. And you can see why when he steps into the box. Really quick behind the plate with power. And it was one of those things where Shore committed extremely early to San Diego. And you'll know why soon as that one gets through the hole into right field. One run comes home. And Max Shore with an RBI single, and the Pickles increase their lead to 2-0. You know, Quentin Ayers is going to come out and talk to his southpaw. And here's Ole Arnson. And how can you beat that? On a hot summer night, nice beer delivered to you in the stands. Nothing sounds better. Well, I do have one thing that sounds better, a Pickles win.
Arnson in his 12th game of the summer rounded out the shortest last time, an even 200 hitter at 6 for
0-1 to Arnson. Foul tipped into the glove. 0-2.
0-2 is now the count.
Runners on the corners with one down.
corners, 1 out. 0-2 pitch.
Max Shore on the move, called strike 3 as Shore is going to get the hesitation and nailed at home. Mosby tried to come home on the attempted double steal, but Portland increases their lead to 2-0 as we head to the 5th.
Where'd you get that shirt? Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles. Portland Pickles? Where can I get that? I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch stand at the games. What kind of stuff do they sell there? Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers. That's sick. I'm gonna have to pick some up. Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym B FAST. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/BeFast.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
Pickles making a 2-run lead heading into the 5th as Jared Villalobos will go one-on-one with Will Grimm. Max Shore with an RBI single to give the Pickles that 2-0 lead.
Gave up a hit in the last inning, but left him stranded on the Justin Full single, his second hit of the series. Will Grimm stands in from the
First pitch, 0-1.
Ball there on the first pitch that catches the outside corner when one's the count. We'll have some scoreboard updates for you here in just a moment around the West Coast League. 0-1.
And now 1-1.
The dirt scooped up by the catcher Shore, 1-1. Top of the 7th in Bellingham, 5-0. The Apple Sox lead the Bells in Game 2 of that 3-game series. North Division matchup. 1-1. Fastball.
Fouled off 1-2 by Will Grimm.
Ridgefield dominated Port Angeles 6-0 in the bottom of the 6th. That came out in Ridgefield. And then this game, Sweets and Pickles, the only other league game taking place tonight. Several non-league games taking place here today. Villalobos works from the windup, rocks into his motion, 1-2 pitch, hit high in the
That one hammered, but that one will drift foul. And it looks like the ball is going to get scooped up. It looked like for a golden retriever. He was on the move trying to get that foul ball. 1-2 again. Called strike 3 on the outer half. Second strikeout for Jared Villalobos, as that'll bring up Quentin Ayers. There's Quentin Ayers, 1-for-1 with a single early on. Into center, going back is Gabe Ariano. 2 down. Back to the top of the order for the Walla Walla Sweets, and Paul Myro the 4th.
Sixth multi-hit game of the season, 2 singles in the contest thus far. First pitch, breaking ball
See that curveball once again from Lobos.
Villalobos will want to look into his catcher Shore.
0-2 as that one will head foul.
2-0 Pickles over the Sweets here in the top of the fifth. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Portland. No runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Walla Walla Sweets. They left 4 on base.
0-2 with 2 down.
0-2 pitch.
Goes chasing at one upstairs. Alex Giroux and Jared Villalobos continue to be solid up on the hill tonight. Still no runs for Walla Walla as we head to the bottom of the fifth. Pickles with a 2-0 lead.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Great color vodka.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym Be Fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/BeFast.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
First call to the bullpen tonight for the Walla Walla Sweets. Dylan Schwartz will take over on the mound here in the bottom of the fifth. Schwartz comes in with a 2.51 ERA with 27 strikeouts in 14 and 1/3 innings. That one down the line and that one foul off the bat of Gabe Ariano. Ariano 0 for 1 with a fly out to center field.
Innings on July 9th, the last time he faced him. 5'10", 150-pound right-hander works from the first base side. The rubber fires a
1-1.
Away, 1-1 to Ariano, who flew out to center for his first plate appearance back in the second inning. Schwartz has not allowed an earned run in each of his last 3 appearances, dating back to July 3rd. The 1-1. Fastball.
Ariano fouls it off again.
still kept the Portland lineup at bay. 1-2.
1-2 Ariano.
Slider.
Breaking ball just below the knees.
Fastball, slider, and a changeup for Dylan Schwartz. A right-hander who has routinely lived in the low 90s with his four-seam fastball this summer at around 92 to 93. Hard throw. Nobody on, nobody out. Bottom of the fifth, 2-2 pitch. Fastball misses in the dirt, deflected by Akers. Good block that time. 3-2 to the count. Ariano, Dernetti, Scoro due up for Portland, the 9-1-2. Dernetti was 0 for 2, waits on deck. Schwartz stares into his catcher airs to the sign, and he's got it.
Payoff pitch coming.
Payoff pitch
From
on
Schwartz
the
to
plate.
Ariano.
Fastball bounces
Over to short. Myro.
Backhands, collects himself.
One down.
Over to
As
first.
Paul Myro, the fourth, continues to have a lot of balls hit in his direction tonight. One down.
The leadoff ground out here by Ariano.
Back to the top of the order. And Kyle Dernetti. 0 for 2 with a flyout and a strikeout.
Dylan Schwartz, 14 in the third innings of work so far this year. 27 strikeouts among the league leaders in the West Coast League in strikeouts per 9 innings. A power pitcher that's not afraid to go up in the zone with that fastball and challenge hitters. First pitch goes with a fastball here to start off Dernetti. It's in at the knees, says home plate umpire John Pullen. Called first strike. Season high for Schwartz, 8 strikeouts in 4 innings of work against the Corvallis Knights on June 16th.
0-1 to the Beaver. That one way up high.
Upstairs, above eye level, 1-1. Nobody on here, 1 out, bottom of the fifth. Pickles with a 2-0 lead. They scored 1 in the bottom of the first, and then another in the bottom of the fourth. Schwartz raises his arms and now brings them down to the waist. Comes set, 1-1 pitch.
That one outside, 2-1.
A little bit outside as well, 2-1. Opponents hitting 154 this year against the right-hander from Chino, California. Dernetti 0 for 2, climbs back into the box. 2-1 pitch. Fastball high and tight, 3-1. Schwartz struggled a bit with his command midway through the year in late June. Had a couple of days off. Vern was hurting as well, so took some time to decompress, recollect himself. And it's paid off in his last 3 appearances.
3-1 Dernetti.
3-1 pitch popped up
And
right
a payoff
side
pitch
foul.
coming.
Dernetti, 3-2 is the count. Schwartz saying one of the biggest focuses for him this summer was to just get some consistent innings and work on his command, especially trying to harness that fastball and slider, his 2 main pitches. Throws that slider in the low 80s along with the changeup. 3-2 count here. He heads to Dernetti. He tries to work a scoreless fifth here in relief of sweet starter Travis Craven. Payoff pitch.
Dernetti again over to short. Myro the fourth. And Dernetti is on. As Wateroo wasn't able to scoop that one. That'll bring up Gabe Scoro. One for 2 is Scoro. A single, a run scored, and a ground out.
Singled in the first inning and later scored on the RBI single by Leo Mosby.
And this past college season, up on the bluff for the Pilots. He ended this past season on an extremely high note. In the Pilots' final series of the season, down at San Diego, he hit 5 of 11, a .455 average. Throw over to first. The check on Dernetti. Scoro finished third on the Pilots roster in batting average this past season at .305, 7 RBIs, 4 doubles, 18 hits.
7 and 5. When it's less than 2, Schwartz throws over to first. Dernetti back in time, standing. Schwartz tries again over to first. Dernetti
Another throw over.
Good speed threat on the leadoff spot for the Pickles. Dernetti, another big lead over at first. Held by
1-1.
Schwartz slide steps into the 1-1 pitch. It's a fastball low, 2-1. Dernetti over at first with 4 stolen bases, 3 of them coming in non-league play. His last was July 4th. Another throw.
Another check over.
Gabe Scoro, a 170 hitter entering this game, climbs back into the right-handed batter's box. Can batting gloves.
Finally home with the 2-1. Scoro. That one really high. As Parker Price will haul it in for the second out. There's Matt Chu, also 1 for 2 tonight. A single and a flyout.
Ground out by Ariano to start the inning. An error over to short for Dernetti by Paul Myra the fourth. Puts him at first. Papa makes it 2 outs here.
Shorts, after a long look over, comes home. That one called a strike.
Fastball registering here about 91 to 92 here this evening for the Chino, California native. Another good lead at first by Dernetti. He's on the move.
Dernetti trying to nab second, throw down, and Dernetti easily in there with a stolen base.
Dernetti got an excellent jump there. The stolen base is second of the summer, 5th if you count 9 league games, and the Pickles have a man in scoring position with 2 outs.
Matt Chu goes down swinging. Once again, the Pickles get a runner in scoring position, but still a 2-0 Portland lead as we go on to the 6th.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym Be Fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry, and F is for face if you got a little sag, and A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time, and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/BeFast.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
Another new pitcher for the Pickles here in the top of the 6th. Brian Svenningsson will take over on the mound. as he will face Parker Price here in the top of the 6th. Price 0 for 2 with a ground out and a flyout so far.
Right-handed pitcher from UC Irvine. Tips up here in the top of the 6th. Sweets trail 2-0 to the Portland Pickles.
First pitch for a ball.
Fastball, but misses just outside 1-0. Parker Price leads things off here for the Sweets.
2 other games going on in the West Coast League tonight as Svenningsson comes home with the 1-0. That one upstairs 2-0. Wenatchee with a 5-0 lead on Bellingham in the top of the 8th, and the Ridgefield Raptors running away with this one up by 5. Top of the 7th on top of Port Angeles 9-0. 3-0.
Svenningston's third appearance out of the bullpen in league play for the Pickles. No decisions, 9 ERA, 2 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, 2 hits. 3-0. Fastball.
And delivers a strike, 3-1.
3-1's the count. 3 consecutive scoreless outings for Svenningston entering this one. Rising sophomore of UC Irvine. 3-1. Another fastball.
3-2 as Svenningston battles back.
Svenningston, good velo on that fastball. Scouted in the low 90s at about 92 to 93. Sweets with 4 hits in the ballgame so far. Knight still trying to crack the scoreboard. 3-2. Fastball bounced
Over to second. Dernetti, 1 down. And a good response there by Ryan Svenningston. Got down 3-0. Got it to a full count and gets the first sweet out. 0 for 2, Colin Wetterow tonight. A fly out to center field and a ground out to short.
A fly out to center and the fielder's choice to the shortstop Jablonski his last time around. Svenningston works from the stretch.
Just misses on the inside.
Missing 1-0. 6'4", 170-pound right-hander. Fastball, slider, and a changeup to work with. Hits a sign on the 1-0 pitch in the dirt. 2-0's the count. Svenningston, the 10th rated pitcher in California out of his class, 53rd overall. Madera Ranch, California native. Sarah Catholic High School graduate. Nobody on, 1 out, top of the 6th. Pickles 2, Sweets 0. Sweets have had some chances with men on base here in this ballgame, but haven't been able to cash in. 2-0. Hard ground ball.
Right side. That one a fair ball. Took a weird hop past the glove of Ole Arntzen. Gabe Scoro throws to second. Not in time as he's in there with a double. Colin Wetterow with his first hit of the night. Now bring up Eli Payton. Also 0 for 2. Here comes pitching coach Brian Grant.
He now extends his hit streak to 17 games. 19-game on-base streak as well. Here comes the coach for the Portland Pickles
As the Walla Walla Sweets still looking for their first run of the night, trailing 2-0 here in the top of the 6th. It has been a low-scoring affair throughout this entire series early on. It was a 2-1 win for Walla Walla last night. And again, here in the 6th, almost 2/3 of the way into this one, 2-0 Portland. Again, game 3 of this series tomorrow night, right back here at Walker Stadium, 7:05 first pitch. It'll be the Mascot Olympics. Should be a fun night, as I'm sure Dylan T and Lil P and many other of the mascots for the Wild Wild West League have been training this entire year to get ready for tomorrow night, or at the very most, I'd imagine maybe the last 2 days or so. Maybe they didn't train at all. Who knows? We'll find out tomorrow. First pitch from Svenningston to Eli Payton.
Squares off against another here. Payton 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout so far.
1-0, 1 down.
The 1-0.
Opposite way, Jablonski, backhanded stop. throws it over to Arnson for the second out. As Wetero will move up 90 feet to third. Here's Justin Fulls. Fulls 1 for 2 with a single in his last at-bat in the fourth and a strikeout swinging. As the Sweets are looking for their first run of the night, 90 feet away, and you see Dylan T. There's the first appearance tonight for Dylan T. Pickle into center field. Gabe Ariano going back for the third out. Again, the Sweets threaten, but still a goose egg for Walla Walla. To the bottom half of the sixth, 2-0 Portland still.
Where'd you get that shirt? Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles. Portland Pickles? Where can I get that? I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch stand at the games. What kind of stuff do they sell there? Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers. That's sick. I'm gonna have to pick some up. Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Grape color vodka.
Hello, everybody out there. We're right now talking to Coach Mags, Ice Bag Mags. How you doing, Coach?
I've had better nights, but I'm enjoying the fact that we're up 2-0 right now. That's exciting stuff.
One of the things we want to talk about a little bit is the fact Jared Villalobos is in for Alex Giroux, who had a good start. So things are looking well, and 2-0. It seems like everybody's playing well for you. So we're looking forward to having you back in the saddle again tomorrow night. We're in the top of 5 right now, and one of the things we want to talk about is we've got a couple things that are going on that are near and dear to your heart. You've got some shirts that are for sale and also a charity that you're looking to help out. And can you tell the listeners and the watchers what's going on with that, Mags?
Well, earlier this year we lost a player, the Pickles and the Clark College Penguins did, and the community lost one of the finest young men to ever put on a uniform in our area, Grant Fisher, also Western Oregon alumni. He was tragically killed by an impaired driver, and he left behind a wife, Caitlin, and a daughter named Ella Grace. And they're raising money right now to help build a home for those two loved ones of ours. And we're trying to do our very best to try to help them. So when this opportunity came up to make a positive out of what my ejection, a positive out of a negative, this was the first thing that came to my mind. And just to be able to help. They're my family because Grant's my family, so automatically I get to adopt them. And I just want to help them and help them live a great life and have a good start. And I know Grant's looking down and he's watching what we're doing, and I know he's excited about it. I just know that young man, and I love that young man today.
Grant was somebody who came into the Portland Pickles family and somebody that you embraced from your activity, not only with the Portland Pickles, but also with the Penguins over at Clark College. And that's something near and dear to your heart. I've gotten to know you quite well over the last few years, and you indeed, it runs all through your family. Everybody is so caring and so giving, and that reflects upon not only the individual you are, but how much and how important your life within baseball is.
Baseball, sometimes, you think you have a grip on a baseball, you grab a 4-seamer or a 2-seamer, whenever you grab a baseball. And when you work in this game for so long, when you love it so much, you think you grip the baseball, but actually the baseball grips you. It holds on to you, and it brings players to you, and it brings coaches to you. And Grant Fisher, like all the other players that played for me, know that I'm always going to be there for them. So is my family. It's a love affair with the game, and it's a respect and love affair with my players, and that's one thing that I've always tried to do, and I'll never stop doing. And when I stop doing that thing, when I put wins and losses ahead of the game and my players, and it's time for me to step away.
One of the things I've noticed too, Coach Maggs, is the fact that you and Jim Hopple seems to have a great friendship, not only between the stripes but also off the field, and that's one of the things that it just can't go unrecognized by many people that you touch. So from that standpoint, I really want to say how much I respect both you and Hobbs and everything that you in particular are doing for people like the Fisher family that still is here for us to enjoy their presence, and also reflect on what Grant meant to everybody that he touched, and including your family that we know as the Clark Penguins.
Well, first of all, let's talk about Hop. Hop and I started with the Pickles almost 6 years ago. We've been roommates for 6 years. I mean, we ask each other if we've taken our meds. We get up, we have a routine. We don't even ask who's going to get what bed. And it was just like an old married couple. So he's my pal, man. He's my bunk mate. And I don't think anybody took that loss harder than he did last night. He was first thing he said to me is he said, "Hey, I'm sorry I didn't get that one last night." And the bottom line is baseball. You're not going to win them all, but he's a veteran. And while I'm gone, I know we're in good hands because Hop's not only knowledgeable, but he's a loyal friend. And you don't come by people like that very often. He's truly a gem. Grant Fisher, what he give to me, what I give to him, I didn't give anything that can even resemble as much as he gave to me. He gave me loyalty. He gave me a friendship. We became friends after we were done playing. One of the things that was said at his eulogy that I will take with me to my grave is that he considered me to be one of his favorite coaches of all time. And I'm not going to lie to you, it makes me want to tear up right now. So he gave more to me than I could ever give to him. But the man that we lost was a hard-working man, a fun-loving man. His smile would knock you out. You could walk into a room and you could be glum and gloomy, and he would just have a smile on his face. He was a consummate teammate, and I know he was a great husband, and his family is an unbelievable family. All of them are. Adam, Alex, Laura, obviously his wife Caitlin, and the baby Ella Grace. And he's looking down right now, and he's smiling because he's got a little baby that looks exactly like him, and I know she's going to be just like him. This community and the world lost somebody that we can never replace. I have a little thing that I do every morning just for him. I do it Monday through Friday, and that will stay between Grant and I and the Grant family, the Fisher family rather. But that's just something I do every morning, Monday through Friday. I'll never forget him. There can only be one number 27 in my eyes. That's why I wore it the first day of the season when I got it. I just wanted to wear his number 27 just to let him know that he was with me. And he's still with me today, and I just like he's the rest of his family out. And I love him today, and I'll love him forever.
One of the things that I've seen is I have seen that four-letter word coming from you in a lot of different regards. And, you speak of what Grant meant to you, but as odd as things are, you've got another person named Grant who's on your coaching staff, and he is somebody that I think, too, falls into the same kind of mold that you, Mark Magdaleno, have, and also Coach Hopple. But Brian Grant is the person we're speaking of, and you guys have really formed what appears off the field, and also just from my aspect, it appears to be a perfect fit for everybody involved.
It's for a staff to come together and become cohesive, and especially when we bring new faces into the clubhouse after being together so long. Justin, Hop, and I, Brian just jumped right in and became one of us. He's just an old soul. He's an old baseball guy. He believes in the tradition of the game. He's a great teacher. People forget that the term coach and teacher are the same thing. Our classroom happens to be a field, and sometimes a classroom, but coaches are teachers and teachers are coaches. And he's highly competitive. He's a great communicator, and just like Hop, he's a loyal guy. So that makes him a perfect fit in our clubhouses. There's just one way to do things, and that's the right way, and that's the way Brian believes, and that's the way we all believe. We're just going to do one thing, and it's going to be done the right way.
Coach Maggs, we all love you. You know that, and we can't wait to see you again tomorrow night And just want to let you know we're coming to you from the enemy's den here. We're actually in the umpire's room. And,
you know, that's a great line. You know, and let me just get this straight so everybody can hear it. Not only are the Walla Walla Sweets competing tonight, the Portland Pickles are competing tonight, but umpires are competing as well. And just like baseball players are flawed in their execution of things, umpires can make mistakes too.
Sure.
So when I got run the other night, and it's just done. That's the way this game's supposed to be. You're supposed to be able to erase it, flush it down, and just go on to the next day. Everybody's trying to do their very best, and obviously the umpires are in line for everybody to see their mistakes, but we make mistakes too. Those guys are giving us their very best, and so I'm not going to always agree with them, but they do a hell of a job, and they're always competing, and you know, give them a little bit of slack. I am. I mean, so the bottom line is we're all on the same team. We all love the same game. The umpires, the baseball players, and the fans, and that's what makes the game so great. We can agree to disagree, and we still love the same thing, and that's baseball.
You know, the other thing I think that a lot of people need to reflect and understand is that you can hop on a bus and you can go to the next town, or you can go back to your hometown and play another game. But when you're an umpire, every single game is a road game, and you never have a home fan.
Those guys have a tough life, and it's not an easy life. And you got to give respect to them just for the work they put in as far as the travel and coming into a crowd. And they're never going to be anybody's favorite. Every night somebody's going to think they're on the wrong end of the rope, sort of say. But you just got to respect them, and I do. I mean, and the fact that I got run, I mean, I don't think I deserve to be run 100%. I earned the ejection 100%. And that's as much as I'll say about that. He should have thrown me out. He did. That's the way that goes. And I have nothing but respect for the umpires and our league and our commissioner. So I'm going to sit out this last day, even though it's the most difficult thing I've done in probably a 38-year career, and get ready to go back to work tomorrow. You know, it was great to see the guys today before I had to leave and write the lineup card and watch and see how it's working. But much respect to the umpires, and can't wait to get back there tomorrow and maybe yell at them again tomorrow, you know, and but do my best to stay in the game.
22 hours we'll be seeing as the game starts, and we can't wait for that time to come.
Okay, I'll tell you what, in Pickle Land, you know how much I love our Pickles fans and how much I love Walker Stadium. Hey, let's fill that house tomorrow, and hopefully we're in a position to win another series if we do our job tonight. And we'll be ready to win another series tomorrow, but we need all your help. Come to the ballpark. Come in droves. Don't let anything keep you away. Leave early. Beat the traffic. Man, the hot dogs are the best in the conference. The popcorn's the freshest in the conference, and the pickles are hot, man.
Sounds good.
Roll picks.
We always appreciate your enthusiasm, and the direction that you lead this team in is second to none. So we appreciate everything you do. Go Picks.
You bet, man. Thank you. Go Picks.
Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
That one down low, 3-2. Appreciate Kev and Mags for that interview. And you see it on the screen right there. You can get your free Mags t-shirt going to a great cause like they talked about just a second ago. And the Pickles have increased their lead to 3. Payoff pitch coming. No one down for Jacob Jablonski with Leo Mosby 90 feet away.
Payoff pitch.
Jablonski fouls it off again.
Stays alive. Jablonski with the longest step back of the night for either team stands in with yet another full count here for Dylan Schwartz, who is now approaching 40 pitches here in his second inning of work. He gave up one base runner in his first inning of relief on an error to a shortstop ball high to the fourth, but has run into some trouble here with the heart of the Pickles order in the bottom of the sixth.
Payoff on repeat. Jablonski late on that one. One down. Now I'll bring up Max Shore. Shore with an RBI single back in the fourth, looking for another one tonight with Leo Mosby on third. And I mentioned earlier about Max Shore. We'll be heading to the San Diego Toreros soon. He committed to San Diego when he was just 14 years old, even before his freshman year of high school. Stuck with them throughout his entire high school career. Basically one of those things where since he already committed early, he didn't have to play with that pressure thinking, you know, I got to play well every single game. I got to get a scholarship, etc. He was just able to play his best and not really have to put so much pressure on himself because he already had that scholarship and already committed to San Diego. 1-0 to Shore, goes chasing upstairs. Shore shows bunt. That one called a strike, 1-2.
Schwartz in his 8th appearance of the summer. Looks in, gets his sign from Ayers. The 1-2.
Shore check swing. John Poland says he went around.
Now says strike 3. Late call there by Poland. The slider running away from the right-handed hitting.
2 straight strikeouts for Dylan Schwartz. And here's Ole Arntzen. 0 for 2 tonight for the first baseman. A ground out and a strikeout looking. As Portland looks to add on to their lead. 3-0. Thanks to another RBI off the bat of Leo Mosby. Arntzen, big hack there.
A walk and a single bringing home a run so far in the bottom of the 6th for the Pickles to make it a 3-0 Portland lead over Walla Walla. Schwartz tries to strike out his 3rd batter in a row here and escape more trouble.
Arntzen this time lays off of that outside pitch.
Bit of a half swing there, but holds up. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Everybody clap your hands. Everybody.
6 for 31 on the year is Arntzen. 1 home run, 7 RBIs. First baseman from SIU Edwardsville. Stands back in. Wiggles his bat a couple of times. Now raises it above his right shoulder. Schwartz comes set. 1-1 count. Runner at third. 2 outs the pitch. Fastball
2-1.
is up. 2-1 is the count. Fastball meets the outside corner. 2-2.
2-2. As the Pickles fans didn't like that call.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Is one of the most insanely idiotic things that I've ever heard.
And they have a case.
Fifth batter for the Pickles here in the inning, and Arntzen digs back in. 2-2.
Two's home. And Arntzen goes swinging as Dylan Schwartz, despite giving up a run in the bottom of the 6th, 3 straight Ks to end the bottom of the 6th. To the 7th, Portland with a 3-zip lead.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Grape Color Vodka.
Where'd you get that shirt? Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles. Portland Pickles? Where can I get that? I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch stand at the games. What kind of stuff do they sell there? Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers. That's sick. I'm gonna have to pick some up. Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
To the top of the 7th, another new pitcher in for the Pickles, as they will go to Scott Wright.
Sam Haney at first base.
And also we'll get Sam Haney coming in at first base.
Top of the 7th inning, here from Walker Stadium in Portland, Oregon, with the score.
And Scott Wright has gotten a lot of work over the last couple of days, already making his 3rd appearance against the Walla Walla Sweets. Played in 2 of the 3 road contests up in Walla Walla. Got the W in the first appearance back on July 9th. 4 innings pitched in that series. Didn't allow a single earned run, so he's back on the mound now against the Sweets as he throws a first pitch strike to Nico Corey. Overall this season, Scott Wright, the local product out of Sunset High School, with a 2.63 ERA in 24 innings pitched. 0-1. And he definitely went around 0-2. 25 Ks this season for Wright.
Rising junior at Butler University. Each of his last 3 appearances now have come against the Walla Walla Sweets, one of them resulting in a win. 4 scoreless innings pitched so far this summer against the Sweets.
0-2 from Wright. 3 pitches and 1 out. Quickly 1 down for the Sweets. And here's Seth Ryberg. 0 for 2 tonight for Ryberg.
Ryberg has swung at the first pitch both times tonight and has popped out twice. Once in foul ground to first, the other in foul ground to third. Wright kicks, deals from the stretch, fastball.
First one outside the zone, 1-0.
Wright is 1-0 this summer, 1.25 earned run average. Another town in Wright.
Coming off a solid campaign out at Butler. 2.38 ERA and 11 1/3 innings pitched with 11 Ks in the 2021 season, 1-1.
Regardless of the knee, is 1 ball and 1 strike with nobody on, 1 out here in the top of the 7th. 14 1/3 innings of work for Wright thus far. 15 strikeouts, 7 walks, 9 hits. Opponents hitting 176 against him. 1-1.
That one popped up about a mile high. The entire infield coming in, but Jacob Jablonski on basically a dead sprint all the way in from second base. Look at this, everybody coming in, and you fear the worst, but Jablonski just makes the snag. Always a reliable infielder, as is a lot of these Pickles infielders, so they're able to make the play there for the second out. Here's Will Grimm, also 0 for 2 tonight. Pair of strikeouts, 1 swinging, 1 looking.
Grimm was set down looking in his last plate appearance on a fastball off the outside corner. First pitch, right strike.
First pitch strike.
Grimm drove in the first run of the game last night, a ground ball to second.
Breaking ball just misses outside.
Breaking ball's just outside from Scott Wright. It throws 3 pitches, fastball, slider, and change. Well, slider there, but home plate umpire John Fullen says it's a little bit out. Nobody on, 2 outs, top of the 7th. Sweets trailing the Pickles 3-0. Will Grimm stands back in, left-handed hitter.
Over to the right side, Sam Haney flips it over to right, and the right-hander with a solid quick 1-2-3 to take us into the 7th inning stretch. Bottom 7, Pickles looking to even the series.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym Be Fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/BeFast.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Great call vodka.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
Gabe Ariano will lead it off here in the bottom of the 7th as Portland looks to extend this lead and send this to a rubber match tomorrow night. And for the first time in what it seems like a long time, it's actually a little chilly here at Walker Stadium tonight. Get a little bit of a breeze coming in. I'm telling, people are telling me in the press box, what, don't jinx it, I guess? Is that what you're, yeah, okay. Well, I just broke that, so I apologize. If we get to next Saturday and it's like 102 degrees, I apologize. I'll take all the blame for that. I'm sorry. But again, great weather on the next 2 nights. Tomorrow's the high supposed to be in the 70s here in Portland. 1-2 to Gabe Ariano.
Schwartz ended the 6th inning despite giving up a run with 3 consecutive strikeouts. Got himself out of a runner at third, no-out jam. Limited the damage to just 1. He fires now.
Ariano, opposite way. This is going to be a tough play to Foles, and can't make the grab. Ariano will trot into second with a lead-off double for Gabe Ariano. That one sliced just a little too much for Justin Foles. Here's Kyle Dernetti looking for his first hit of the night. A fly out, a strikeout, and reached on an error.
He has reached base once in the ballgame. It was his last time around in the 5th, but it was on an error. He's 0 for 3. Line out to right to start the bottom of the 1st, a strikeout in the 3rd, and reached down the error in the 5th. Corners playing in here from the speedy Dernetti, who has once stolen base as well. First pitch to him is a slider, and it gets away from Quentin.
And Ayers can't seem to find the baseball, and that allows Ariano to move up to third. Dernetti looking for RBI number 4 this summer, as the infield is in here for Walla Walla.
Count is 1-0 to Dernetti, the pitch. Swing and a miss there.
1-1.
Let's go, Pickles! Let's go, Pickles!
inside.
Ayers able to dig it up as the pitch sends some dirt up into the air here at Walker Stadium, 2-1. Ariano following his first extra base of the summer stands at third.
Dernetti hammered into left, and that will drop for a base hit. Right on cue. There's that 4th RBI of the season for the Oregon State Beaver. And now it is a 4-zip Pickles lead. And once again, they raise the chairs here at Walker Stadium. Here's Gabe Scoro, already with a hit tonight. 1 for 3 overall.
Scoro singled and later scored in the first inning.
Shows bunt, lays it down. Barehanded snag over to first, not in time. Scoro with a beauty down the third baseline. And 2 on for the Pickles, with nobody down in the bottom of the 7th. Same thing with Matt Jew. A single back in the bottom of the 1st. And the Pickles looking to blow it open here. Like I said, Walker Stadium. I've been saying this for weeks. Walker Stadium, a great place not just for baseball fans, but fun place for the kids too. You gotta love it. Jew shows bunt. 1-0 as he pulls it back.
Bellingham 14-17, 5 games out of first. They would be the second playoff team out of the North Division if the season ended today. Walla Walla, a game out of the playoff spot right now at 10-15 overall, 6 games out of first. 1-0, Juice squares bunt again.
That one gets away from Ayers. And Dernetti able to leg it out. And now runners on the corners with nobody down.
Matt Juice got 1 hit tonight, a single in the first inning.
Well, we'll see if this can be a big opportunity for the Pickles to really increase it to a sizable lead. That's a big doggo out there.
2-0.
Jew lifts one foul.
Going back to the North Division standings, Wenatchee 10-18. They've lost 4 in a row, but were well on their way to defeating Bellingham in our last score update around the West Coast League. 7.5 games out of first, as is Port Angeles, 7-15. That rounds out the North.
2-1. Jew again pops it up. This time in play. As Wetero makes the squeeze for the first out. And here's Ryan Gardino. Two runs scored tonight for Ryan Gardino. 2 walks, and it's also reached base on an error. Kyle Dernetti on third. Gabe Scoro on first with 1 down. That one above the letters for a ball.
He's now been walked 18 times this season. From first is on the move. Pitch misses low. Fake by Ayers.
Fake down to second by Ayers. But Gabe Scoro's in there with a stolen base. And 2 Pickles in scoring position here in the bottom of the 7th.
Now the entire infield comes in on the grass with runners at
3-0. And a 4-pitch walk for Ryan Gardino. His third walk of the night, I should say. And here comes the man of the night. Offensively, Leo Mosby. 3 for 3 with a trio of singles, including 2 of them for RBIs. And it looks like we will get a new pitcher, it looks like. There is activity in the Sweets bullpen, and we will get a new arm coming out of the Walla Walla bullpen. Bases juiced for Leo Mosby, the defending West Coast League Player of the Week. He'll come to the plate when we come back.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
Where'd you get that shirt? Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles. Portland Pickles? Where can I get that? I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch tent at the games. What kind of stuff do they sell there? Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers. That's sick. I'm gonna have to pick some up. Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles.
Well, the Walla Walla Sweets will turn it over to their two-way player in Will Grimm. Started tonight as a designated hitter, but now he'll take the hill in the bottom of the 7th to go up against Leo Mosby. Grimm making his 7th appearance of the summer, 6 innings of work with a 3.00 ERA. First pitch to Mosby. On the ground to third, comes home, and they get the force at home as Kyle Dernetti is thrown out for the second out. And I'll bring up Jacob Jablonski. Jablonski with a sac bunt, a strikeout, and grounded into a 5-3 double play. And the first pitch lifted. Price getting underneath it, makes the grab. But the Pickles continue to add on to their lead, 4-0, as we head to the 8th.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym B FAST. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry, and F is is for face if you got a little sag, and A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say, call 911 and call right away. T is for time, and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/befast.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys.
Lilia, Jules, Jude, and Ben. Thank you guys. We're getting all the red ropes up here, turning in those foul balls.
Picklebot chilling on a night off. He'll be back in action this weekend when the Portland Gherkins take on the Portland Rosebuds. Hopefully he's enjoying the game. As the Pickles bullpen continues to get a lot of work tonight, Elias Farland will take over on the bump here in the top of the 8th. As Farland has been solid on the hill this season for the Pickles. The current Washington State Cougar posting a 1.17 ERA with 17 strikeouts and 15 1/3 innings of work, making his 8th appearance of the summer, as he will face Quentin Ayers and delivers a first pitch strike.
Big shout out to Guerrero for being here.
Fifth pitcher of the night for the Pickles in Farland deals 0-1. Ayers laying fastball, swings and misses before Seymour Denise 0-2. Alex Giroux started the second for the Pickles, 3 innings, no earned runs, 3 hits, 2 strikeouts. 0-2 is the count. Ayers with 1 hit in the ballgame thus far.
0-2 from Farland. That one just misses outside. Lots of opportunities to come to Walker Stadium to watch some baseball. As I mentioned, tomorrow night, Game 3 of this series. And then on Friday night, some Wawa West League action between the Portland Gherkins and the Portland Rosebuds. That one fouled off as Ayers stays alive.
Nobody on, nobody out here in the top of the 8th inning. Pickles bullpen once again flexing its muscle. The best bullpen ERA in the West Coast League belongs to Portland. Second best team.
And then there'll be a little bit of a break here at Walker Stadium for about a week before baseball returns here to Lentz Park as Elias Farland, 1 batter, 1 K. And Ayers knew it. As we go back to the top of the order, and Paul Myro the 4th. After that Wawa West League game on Friday, both the Pickles and Wawa West League action won't be back here at Lentz Park until Saturday, July 24th for a doubleheader that will feature the Portland Rosebuds taking on the Gresham Grey Wolves.
Made his last appearance against the Sweets on July 10th.
And then it will be the Pickles taking on the Grey Wolves as part of a doubleheader. First pitch fouled off to Myro the 4th. Matchup of a couple of Pac-12 foes here. Elias Farland with Washington State, Paul Myro the 4th with Oregon State. Of course, we know Oregon State has been a tremendous college baseball program for the last 2 decades, and Washington State coming off a solid season, their first winning season since 2015. So Coug fans are really excited about what Brian Green has been able to do early on in his tenure up on the Palouse. And for Elias Farland, looking to be a big part of that pitching staff in 2022. 0-2 to Myro the fourth. That one inside.
Fastball inside. Myro ducks out of the way. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 18 strikeouts now.
And you could say the same thing for Paul Myro the fourth. Didn't play in a single game in the 2021 season. He'll look to be a big part of Mitch Cannon's squad in 2022. As Myro goes down swinging. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts for Farland. And now bring up Parker Price.
Parker Price tries to get a 2-out rally down here for the wall. 8 strikeouts for the Bears pitching staff. Price stands in from the right side.
Price tonight 0 for 3.
First pitch, fastball line.
Look out, up and in.
Out of the way, 1-0. The 8th inning has been the best scoring inning so far this year for Walla Walla. 19 runs in the 8th to 17 runs allowed. Farland left foot slightly in front of the right, fires 1-0.
2-0.
Ball misses. This one played umpire John Poland. 2-0 is the count. Nobody on. 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. Following back-to-back strikeouts to Quinn Ayers and Paul Myro the fourth. 2-0. Price takes
2-1.
That drops in for a called strike. 2-1. Pitch.
Fooled him on that one. 2-2.
It's now 2-2. Opponent sitting 207 against Farland this season. He's now struck out a batter in all 10 of his appearances, including non-league play this summer.
2's home from Farland. Into center. Gabe Ariano running in and making the grab. A 1-2-3. Top of the 8th from Elias Farland. Pickles looking to extend this lead, get a couple more insurance runs heading into the bottom half of the inning.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Break of vodka.
Bottom of the order due up for the Pickles. A 4-0 Portland lead. Backshore with an RBI single back in the 4th. Outside of that, a strikeout and a flyout. First pitch fouled off.
Grimm entered the game replacing Dylan Schwartz in the 7th inning and got out of a bases loaded 1-out jam from just 2 pitches. Forced a couple of pop-outs to strand the bases loaded. And a relief appearance here for the La Crescenta, California native from Loyola Marymount.
Here's Grimm. Outside, 1-1.
Count is now 1-1. Short with an RBI single to his credit in this one. Scored an RBI in the
Another look at West Coast League scores. The Pickles, as that one is into the opposite field, and a great snag out in right by Justin Fulls. Lays out and gets dirty. Yeah, nice play out there in right. To rob Max Shore of a base hit. And here's Sam Haney making his first plate appearance of the night. Took over defensively back in the 7th. First pitch to Haney. As I mentioned, the Pickles and the Sweets, the only West Coast League game still in progress. 0-2 to Haney. Ridgefield takes down Port Angeles 9-2, and the Wenatchee Apple Sox beat the Bellingham Bells 5-0. That one in the dirt, 1-2. Sam Haney, the local product from Lake Oswego. And Haney was late on that one, 2 down. Here comes Gabe Ariano, who doubled and also scored last inning. That one popped up in the infield. Wetero makes the squeeze, and the Walla Walla Sweets down to their final 3 outs. The Pickles looking to even the series and to send it to a rubber match tomorrow night. Top 9 we go on the other side.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym BE-FAST. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. BE-FAST. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/BeFast.
Where'd you get that shirt? Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles. Portland Pickles? Where can I get that? I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch stand at the games. What kind of stuff do they sell there? Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers. That's sick. I'm gonna have to pick some up. Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Great color vodka.
Josh Molleris coming on to the bump here in the top of the ninth, looking to slam the door shut and to send this to a rubber match tomorrow night as he will face the heart of the Sweets order. And Colin Wetterow has a double tonight. The top hitter in this Sweets lineup. Here's Molleris from the windup. First pitch. Right down the pipe, 0-1. 10th appearance this season for Josh Molleris, and he has been solid in 9 2/3 innings of work. 17 strikeouts. Does have a win. And the only Pickles pitcher to not allow an earned run.
Only one run allowed. It was not earned. Back on June 25th against the Ridgefield Raptors. This is the second time he has faced the Sweets.
0-2.
Line up the 0-2.
Off the end of the bat, foul.
Off the end of the bat. Left side foul. Count stays put. 1-0 this year is Molleris. On his second to last outing against the Cow's Black Bears on July 8th. 10th appearance of the summer. 0 ERA. 9 2/3 innings of work. 17 strikeouts.
0-2.
0-2 once more. Slider low and away, 1-2. Opponents hitting 184 against him, 7 hits. Allowed 1 hit his last time out against the Sweets, but struck out 2. And had a scoreless 4-batter half inning. 1-2.
Again off the end of the bat, foul.
Once again off the end of the bat on a fastball outside. We're sticking to that outside corner here frequently so far in this at-bat. Wetterow doubled his last
Molleris out of San Francisco
last night.
and has been an important part of the Dons program and that pitching staff.
1-2.
This time to the right side, Sam Haney takes the hop, steps on the bag, 1 down.
Unassisted, 1 away. Sweets down to the final 2 outs here as that brings up the cleanup hitter Eli Payton.
And here's Eli Payton.
For his first hit of the series. He is over 3.
Payton over 3 tonight.
Payton starting at third base.
Pair of ground outs and a strikeout.
0 for 3. He's ground out to second. Ground out to short and struck out back in the 4th inning. Righty-lefty matchup. Molleris toes the rubber from the first base side. Nods to his catcher. Deals first pitch.
That one just misses on the outside.
But just misses away a little bit low as well. 1-0. 1-0. Payton late on the fastball there. Waves at him and misses 1-1. A win tonight would put the Pickles at 16-10. Sweets would fall to 10-16 if this outcome stays, and both teams would be 1-1 in the second half. Fastball misses away 2-1. 2 other games going on in league play, both final. Wenatchee a 5-0 winner over Bellingham. Ridgefield a 9-2 win over Port Angeles. 2-1.
2-2. He was late on that one.
Hard-throwing right-hander. That fastball up into the lower 90s. Count evens at 2-2. Nobody on, 1 out. Top of the ninth, 4-0 Pickles over the Sweets. 2-2 pitch.
That one
Fastball upstairs.
way up high.
So with that loss, Bellingham falls to 14-18. Wenatchee to 11-18. Port Angeles 7-16. And Yakima Valley, the only other team in the north, not in action tonight. 3-2 pitch goes to the fastball on the inside.
2 down.
Swings and misses for strike 3. And there's 2 down. The Sweets down.
And the Pickles 1 out away from sending this to a game 3 tomorrow night in a rubber match.
Start the top of the ninth, and the last chance for the Sweets is in the person of Justin Foles.
As Justin Foles will look to keep it going. That one above the letters, 1-0.
Sweets have had their opportunities tonight with men on base, but haven't been able to cash in with runners in scoring position. 1-0 pitch.
Blows it right by him, 1-1.
Walker, stay on your feet. Let's get this last out. Here we go. Thanks for going.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Nobody on for the Sweets. Top of the ninth, they trail 4-0.
1 and 2.
Once again, it's 1-2. The Sweets down to the final strike.
Pickles fans on their feet here at Walker Stadium. The 1-2 from Molleris. Blows it by him, and the Pickles have now won 11 of their last 13 West Coast League games. Again, to quote the social media team, the Picks are hot, as they will send this to a rubber match tomorrow night, 7:05 first pitch, as the Pickles get the 4-0 win over the Walla Walla Sweets. We thank you all for watching here from Walker Stadium. 4-0 Pickles. We'll see you back here tomorrow night for Game 3.